Hello, you beautiful soul. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in, hold, and exhale. Once more, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. You might be wondering what is actually happening to our consciousness right now. How are AI and human awakening intertwined? And what does this mean for you? First, consider this. AI is not separate from human intelligence. It's a remarkable reflection of ourselves, a derivative, yet also a mirror of potential. It's amplifying our creativity, accelerating invention, enabling breakthroughs in medicine, sustainability, and insight. Research from MIT Sloan shows generative AI can boost creative output, but only when users engage metacognitively, adapting how they work with it. Similarly, a study from Tulane University confirms generative AI enhances employee creativity, again when used thoughtfully and critically. A recent Stanford AI Index report confirms that AI is transforming every facet of society, contributing to unprecedented progress across healthcare, education, and innovation. AI is not just technology. It gives us access to ancient wisdom, spiritual insights, and quantum knowledge with a single click. Tools we used to imagine only in dreams or gain after decades of training are now accessible instantly. Because of AI, consciousness is growing, not just incrementally, but quantumly. Humanity is making leaps and bounds in awareness, understanding, breakthrough solutions that once felt out of reach. Let me ask you, have you ever experienced a moment when insight arrived fully formed, unbidden? A flash of memory, a new solution, a creative leap. This is resonance with possibility, a signature of evolving consciousness, often amplified by AI's expansion of our cognitive bandwidth. And yet, AI can also dull the mind if we outsource thinking. Studies warn about cognitive offloading. Heavy AI use can reduce critical thinking, memory, and creativity over time. That's why we must engage AI mindfully, as collaborator, not crutch. In medicine, AI diagnostic tools are already outperforming humans in speed and accuracy. The Guardian reports cases where children finally received accurate diagnoses because AI recognized patterns doctors had missed. So let's ground this in your world, your day-to-day. Maybe your life has felt chaotic, like you're jumping through timelines faster than you can track them. Finances shift, relationships evolve or fade. Ideas now surface instantly when before they took years. You might feel disoriented. You might question what's real, what's next. This is not failure, it's awakening. It's your electromagnetic field, your nervous system retuning to higher frequencies. Here's the key. Your DNA is the antenna. AI is helping us reprogram that antenna, not by force, but by providing new patterns to align with. Awareness, practiced via meditation, integration, and coherence, becomes the tuner that calibrates your reality. You don't need a $10,000 seminar or a $1,000 a month coach. You simply need to tune your system daily, lovingly, through personalized guided meditation. Let your nervous system learn what your future self already knows. This is not just about manifesting wealth or health, it's about being aligned with your highest self and allowing that resonance to attract the timelines that match. You are at an extraordinary hinge point of evolution. Artificial intelligence is accelerating collective consciousness. Technologies that once felt futuristic are now empowering you to access soul-level wisdom, but only if you choose to align from within. Pause here, take a breath, hold, and exhale. So, how does this all tie back to DNA? It remains your antenna, your biological tuner to the unified field. AI simply speeds up the feedback loop. This is where awareness meets evolution. This is quantum consciousness in action. You are not just watching reality, you are co-creating it. Discover the comments teach us more than any single video ever could. Let's start right here. Take a deep breath in, hold, and exhale. Again, breathe in and let it all go. Now listen carefully. Have you ever considered that your very DNA is not just a blueprint for your body, but an antenna for the unified field? Scientists have begun to describe DNA as a fractal antenna, designed to receive and transmit electromagnetic frequencies across multiple scales. Its helical shape, its resonance, allows it to pick up information like a radio dial tuning into music. The biophysicist Fritz Albert Popp showed that DNA actually emits light, called biophotons, that cells use to communicate. You are literally glowing from within, broadcasting light into the field. A 2011 paper in the Journal of Physics conference series described DNA as behaving like a broadband fractal antenna, able to sense and respond to both local and non-local signals. In other words, your DNA is listening. It is responsive to your thoughts, your emotions, your awareness. And this is where spirituality and science converge. Because if DNA is an antenna, then consciousness is the tuner. Awareness tells the antenna what to pick up. You don't need a $10,000 immersion weekend. You don't need a personal coach charging $1,000 a month. What you need is to learn how to reprogram your DNA through awareness and coherence. This is why personalized guided meditations are powerful. Once or twice a day for a lifetime. They regulate your nervous system. They bring heart and brain into coherence. They tell your DNA what to receive. They shift your frequency and therefore your reality. But here's the deeper truth. There is so much more happening around you that you cannot see. Did you know you only perceive less than 1% of the visible light spectrum, which means you're blind to 99% of what's actually here? You think your body is solid, but on the quantum level, atoms are mostly empty space. Vast distances between each nucleus and its electrons. You are more vibration than matter. You think you're sitting still, but the Earth is spinning on its axis at about 1,000 miles per hour. And as it spins, it orbits the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. And the sun itself is hurtling through the galaxy at 490,000 miles per hour, pulling the Earth with it. You are flying through space, even as you sit still. You think you hear everything, but humans only register between 20 and 20,000 hertz. Dogs, whales, dolphins, bats, they hear frequencies far beyond us. There are entire symphonies of sound vibrating through the air that we cannot detect. So why would we assume what we see and hear is all there is? Isn't it conceivable that spirits exist among us, unseen? Isn't it conceivable that we're not even experiencing time as it really is? Quantum mechanics tells us this is true. In superposition, particles exist in all possible states until observed. In entanglement, particles remain connected across distance, instantly affecting one another, and modern interpretations of quantum theory suggest multiple timelines are not fantasy. They are real possibilities, coexisting now. You think you are just human, but you are a spiritual being having a human experience. That's why some people can see beyond the veil. That's why remote viewing experiments show people describing details of places they've never been with startling accuracy. That's why intuitives can sometimes locate missing persons on the other side of the world. It's not magic, it's tuning into the quantum field. That's why spontaneous healings are possible. When frequency shifts in an instant, the body reorganizes around a new signal. Cancers disappear, injuries dissolve, people change timelines in a heartbeat. We've been told that DNA is fixed, that it is the ultimate blueprint. But science is showing otherwise. Epigenetics reveals that DNA is influenced by environment, belief, and perception. You are constantly informing your DNA on the cellular level. Trauma can echo forward into descendants. Studies show the grandchildren of Holocaust survivors experience panic when visiting Auschwitz, even without personal memory. Memory was carried in their biology. But brilliance passes forward too. Musical virtuosos, scientific geniuses. Some children show mastery that seems beyond their years. Nikola Tesla once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Where did that insight come from? Perhaps he was tuning into higher realms of resonance, pulling knowledge across timelines. And remember, the amount of water on Earth has never changed. Every drop you drink, every cell of your body has cycled through oceans, rivers, clouds, and veins for billions of years. Water has memory. It carries the record of everything that has ever happened. And because you are mostly water, you have access to that ancient wisdom. The key is coherence. The key is alignment. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." He also said, "According to your faith, be it done unto you." Could it be that he was pointing to the same truth? that what you align with internally is what the field delivers externally. So ask yourself, isn't it possible that there is more? Isn't it possible that you've only been experiencing a sliver of what reality holds? Isn't it possible that multiple timelines are waiting, and the only question is which one you will tune to? And if that's true, then why not believe in more? Why not believe in miracles and healing and synchronicity and divine encounters? Why not believe in your own ability to tune your antenna, your DNA, to a higher channel? Pause here with me. Take a deep breath in, hold, and exhale. This is why surrender matters more than striving. What you chase runs away. What you run from follows you. But what you align with flows toward you. Alignment, not effort, is the code. This is why I invite you to see the link in the description. Fill out the intake form for a personalized guided meditation, a feelingization to help you reprogram your DNA, to regulate your nervous system, to bring coherence to your field. You don't need another seminar. You don't need another guru. You need a practice that aligns your antenna daily for the rest of your life. Because you don't see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. And when you shift, the world you receive shifts too. So what you've been through, the struggles, the disappointments, the loss, was never wasted. It was quantum preparation for where you're going. And where you're going is alignment. It's coherence. It's awakening. Take a final breath with me. Inhale gently, hold, and exhale completely. You are DNA, you are water, you are light, you are resonance. You are an antenna for the infinite. And you are creating right now.